Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ask Lukenessmonster, episode 85, the series on the channel where I answer your guys' questions from the comments down below. So if you guys do want your questions answered in next week's video, make sure to comment down below on this week's video and I'll try my very best to answer it. And real quick, before we do get into the first question, we are doing a Black Series giveaway. We're giving away this Black Series Deluxe Cobb Vanth, and there's still a few days left to enter. So if you do want to enter, 1, you have to make sure you are subbed to the channel, and 2, go comment on that giveaway video. It'll be pinned in the card and linked in the description. So make sure to go check that video out and comment to enter. The first question from Django Mall, he asks, also, do you think they'll retool IG-88 and IG-11 as they're not really to scale, nor do they stand up very well? Now, I really hope they do, because both figures are not very good. They're very underscaled, again, the articulation sucks, and overall, they're just not great figures, so I'd like to say yes, I think they will, but honestly, I have no clue at this point. Hasbro keeps going back and forth with a lot of their releases, and it's really hard to predict them, but they've been focusing a lot on new media stuff, so unless if these characters decided to like show back up in new media stuff like Mandalorian or Ahsoka show, it's probably not at the top of their list, but I won't say no because you never really know, it's never impossible. The next question from Jeffrey, he asks, do you think Bandai will ever make a Clone Commando model kit? Again, this is another one where I won't say it's impossible. Now, I'm not super in tune with Bandai. My main collection is Black Series, but I do here and there check in on Bandai, and I know of course they do have their standard Clone Trooper one, but you never know, they might do a Clone Commando in the future. But again, it's one of those where I think Bandai also likes doing more of the I guess present media kind of stuff, so unless if there are Clone Commandos that show up in present media, like I know Bad Batch, the Commandos did show up in Bad Batch, so you never really know, but to be honest, I would say it's probably not super likely. The next question says, if you could choose one Black Series figure / set to get released or re-released, who would it be? I would 100% have to go with Rancor Battalion in kind of like a Black Series ARC Trooper 3-pack style. I absolutely love the Defend Camino arc from the Clone Wars. It is my favorite arc of the entire show, and so I'd love to get these ARC Troopers in Black Series form. We already have the molds for the figures, so all you would really have to do is repaint them, and so obviously there are the 3. The yellow one is Blitz, the red one is Colt, and then I believe the blue one is either Havoc or Hammer. I think it's Havoc, and so this one would be really cool to get in the line, and yeah, I just think they look cool, and again, it's just a reuse of the mold we already have. The next question says, what's your all-time favorite Star Wars character that you'd like to see in Black Series form? So my all-time favorite Star Wars character is Boba Fett, with ARC Trooper 5s being a close second. So a year ago I would have said ARC Trooper 5s, of course, but we actually just got him announced back on May 4th, and so I can't really choose him as an option because we are going to be getting him in the line, and so I guess my answer for this would have to be a updated version of the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. I love Boba Fett, and the Empire Strikes Back version we have is pretty dated. The articulation kind of sucks, and overall, it's nowhere near as good as the brand new Return of the Jedi version. So I think my answer would have to be an updated Empire Strikes Back, maybe on that Return of the Jedi body. The next question is, hey Lukenessmonster, what Black Series figure do you believe Hasbro needs to redo the most? So great question, and I'm actually going to be doing a full episode on this sometime next week with my full top 10 options, so make sure to stay tuned for that episode. But I gotta say, one of my personal figures I think needs to be redone the most is the Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan Kenobi. This one did get archived recently, which it was updated with the photo reel, which was a huge help for this figure, but overall he is just a really crappy figure. The articulation is pretty poor. The head sculpt itself, it has a peanut head syndrome, and so it's really tiny head, and overall the photo reel just does not save the face of this guy, and so overall I think it needs a brand new mold, head to toe with the updated pinless articulation, brand new photo reel, everything. I think this could be a really great figure and the definitive Obi-Wan if they did redo it, but like I said, it definitely needs a redo in the line. The next question is, Hey Lukenessmonster, what software program did you use to scratch build the Imperial Window Cruiser from your earlier videos? I started 3D printing and I used Cura. I also used Lanespeeder Luke's files, and I thought having meshing a few arcs together, but I don't know which program to use. Any tips? I also have a detail for my Black series. Nice collection. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So thank you for the comment. And so I do use Cura to essentially load my files into a format that's able to print, but I use a few different things. So for like meshing different stuff together, I use a program called Mesh Mixer, which is easy to kind of combine different files together. But for designing stuff from scratch, I use Shaper 3D, and I'm actually going to throw up a kind of like files for a brand new Imperial hallway, which I did design and will be coming out in a video later this week. So really excited about this. Make sure to stay tuned for this video. But yeah, I use Shaper 3D. It's free for like students as well as anybody in education. So that's pretty cool as well. And yeah. The next question says, do you think Hasbro will ever make helmets like Captain Rex or Commander Cody a part of their like live action roleplay line? And maybe, I think, is the best way to answer this. I really hope so. Is I guess another way to answer this as well. Hasbro likes to do helmets that are easy to repaint and re-release, so they don't have to make new molds for each helmet they're releasing. And so something like Captain Rex is a one-time use helmet, and so you can't really repaint and re-release that. Now, they do it with Darth Vader and different characters like that, where again, or even Mando or like Din Djarin, where you can't really repaint and re-release those ones either. And so I think if the character is popular enough, I think they could do a one-time helmet for it. So honestly, with Rex, I think it is possible if fans show enough demand for it. I think it's definitely possible. Is it in the near future? I don't know. I'd hope so. But as for Commander Cody is essentially a Phase 2 helmet with a little extra add-ons with like the visor and some of the different helmet swoosh things on the top. So essentially they could probably do a Commander Cody pretty easily with just a few extra pieces added on to the already existing helmet mold we have. So I think Commander Cody's a little bit more plausible, but yeah, pretty interesting, and I really hope they do because I know they would sell super well. And yeah, I definitely buy them. So anyway, guys, that is actually going to do it for this episode of Ask Lukenessmonster. If I didn't get around to answering your question, I do apologize. Make sure to re-comment on next week's video, and I'll try my very best to answer it. And if you do want to support the channel in another way, please go down and consider hitting that join button to become a channel member. Channel members do get access to exclusive stickers they can use in the comments down below, as well as a cool clone name badge that changes the longer you're a member. So that is super cool. You also get access to the members Discord. So yeah, if you're interested, please go down and consider hitting that join button. I do really appreciate it, and I'll see all of you guys in the next episode.